Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. So today is the appearance day of Sri Advaita Acharya. So we'll discuss about the glories of Srila Advaita Acharya. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Mahavishnu Jagat Karata Mayaya Srijate Adaha Tasyavatara Evayam Advait Acharya Ishvaraha. Lord Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, whose main function is to create the cosmic world through the action of Maya. In the next verse, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Advaitam Harinadvaitad Acharyam Bhakti Samsanad Bhaktavataram Isham Tam Advait Acharyam Ashraye. Because he is non-different from Hari, the Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotion, he is called Advaita Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore, I take shelter of him. In Gaur Ganadesh Deepika, it is said, Bhaktavatar Acharya Advaito Sakshat Hari. The Lord himself who has appeared as the incarnation of his own devotee. And as explained in Panchatantra Mandra, Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. So here we offer our obeisances to 5 tattvas. One is Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupam. Bhaktarupa is Lord Mahaprabhu himself. Swarupakam, that is Nityananda Prabhu. Bhaktavataram, that is Advaita Acharya. Bhaktakhyam, that is, and Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Bhaktakhyam is Shivasma and Bhakta Shaktim is Kadana. So here Bhaktavatar, which is none other than Advaita Acharya, he is also called as the incarnation of Sadashiva, Shambhu. Sadashiva is Mahavishnu's avatar, who comes in contact with the material nature and creates the whole cosmic manifestation. So Advaita Acharya is none other than Lord Sadashiva and the combined incarnation of Mahavishnu. And he's the one actually who caused the appearance of Lord Gauranga in this age of Akali. And that's why he's known as a Gaura Ana Thakur. He's the one who brought Gauranga Mahaprabhu to this material world. He performed his living pastime on this earth for 125 years. He lived for 125 years. He was the son of Kuvera Pandit and Nabha Devi. They used to stay in Srihat Presently, it is in Bangladesh. And some, they say that he was born in Shantipur, which is just few miles from Navadvip, where he stayed. And he had two houses. One was at Navadvip. If you go to Yogapeeth, uh, next to the Yogapeeth, you will find the Srivas Thakur's house and Advaita Acharya's house, where Advaita Acharya, he used to perform Bhagavad Katha, and he used to give discourses on Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. And elderly Vaishnavas like Thakur Srila Haridas, they used to come and hear from Srila Advaita Acharya. When he was staying in Shantipur, he met Vidyapati, the great poet. Vidyapati and Chandidas, they were considered as great poets of Vaishnava literature. So he met Vidyapati. As Advaita Acharya, his parents, when they left their body, he was very young that time. So he left Shantipur and he traveled all over the India. He visited all the holy places. And he became a thorough scholar of Vedanta. And there he got his upadhi as a Acharya. Then he came back. As he came back, his relative, they asked him to get married. And that time he got married with two daughters of one Brahmana there. And their name was Sita Devi and Sri Devi. Both they were sisters. So they got married with Advaita Acharya. And he started staying in Shantipur and he started his own Gurukul where he used to teach. And as he was teaching, there was a great pain in his heart because he was seeing all the people, they are bereft of spiritual knowledge. And they are mostly engaged in karma and yoga and jnana. And on top of that, they forgot the goal of their life. So by seeing their pathetic condition, his heart was paining. And he wanted to do something for them. But in his heart, he was knowing that it's not possible for him to do something for them. Then who can do it for all these people? Because they are so lowly, so degraded. He said, I can't deliver them. And that's the job of their Lordship, Patita Pavana, that is Lord Gauranga. So say he was thinking that it's Krishna who can save them from their pathetic condition. And that's why he started praying to Lord Chaitanya. Uh, he started to praying Lord Krishna to come and appear in this world. And as Lord, he says in Srimad Bhagavatam 9th canto that Aham Bhakta Paradhino He Aswatantrata Iva Dvijaha Sadhurvir Grasta Hridayo Bhakter Bhakta Janapriya. Ki Aham Bhakta Paradhino, I'm totally sold out to my devotees. I'm not independent. Because my devotee's heart is always occupied with my thoughts, my pastimes, with my name, everything. So I always reside in their heart. Not only they, but whoever worship my devotees, I am also conquered by them also. Then who can force their lordship to appear in this world other than his own devotee? In the 10th canto, 59th chapter, when Mother Bhumi, she is praying to their Lordship, she says that, Namaste Deva Devesha Shankha Chakra Gadadhare Bhakte Chop Bhakte Ichopatta Rupaya Paramatmo Namostate. She says that I worship that Lord who holds the Shankha Chakra and Gada Padma in his hands, who is Bhakta Ichopatta Rupaya, who accepts the form as per the desire of his devotees. So, without the call of dear devotees, this Golok Vihari, Lord Krishna, he will not come to this material world. And Lord never comes for any other reason in this world. As explained in Bhagavad Gita, why he appears? When that happens, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati. When there is a decline of a religion, then Lord comes to re-establish the religion, the dharma, the duty of the human beings for that particular religion. And who can make him appear? Like when Ravana, he came to know that the son of Dashrath and Kausalya, it's there in Anand Ramayana, that he is going to kill Ravana. So Ravan thought that let me go and kill Dashrath himself. But he was not able to go to Ayodhya to fight with Dashrath Maharaj because he promised Mandhata, the great king in Raghu dynasty, that he will not attack Ayodhya. So he was not able to go there and kill. That time Narada, he came and he told him that if you are so hurried to die, then you can go and try to kill him. Because if you offend their lordship, he never takes it. But you offend his devotee, no one can save you from his wrath. So better to live little more, don't disturb them. So if you want to make Lord appear in this world, he appears only to protect his devotees, not for anything else. To please his devotees, to protect his devotees, and to pacify or to give happiness to his devotees. And that's why here Advaita Acharya, he started praying to their Lordship, please come. Because he is the one who can understand the pain, the sufferings that living entities are going through in this material world. Because all these living entities, they manifest from him because he is Mahavishnu. So he is the one who is the source of all living entities. So who knows that what kind of a pain they are going through. As explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 6th chapter, text number 21. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Advaita Acharya Koti Brahmandera Karata Ara Eka Eka Murtiya Brahmandera Bhatta. Sri Advaita Acharya is the creator of millions and millions of universes, and by his expansions, as Garbhodakshay Vishnu, he maintains each and every universe. Because he is Ishwar and he is not different from Hari, therefore he is Advaita. And that's why he knows the pain of all living entities. And one day, as explained in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Advaita Acharya, he promised, Karaimu Krishna Sarva Nayana Gochar, Tabe se Advaita Nama Krishnera Kinkar. I will make Krishna appear before the eyes of all. then this person named Advaita will known as the servant of Krishna. He wanted to befit his name, so he promised that I'm going to make sure that Krishna will appear in front of everyone's eyes. And then he started worshipping his shalagram by offering handful of water of Mother Ganga and Tulsi. As explained in a Gautamiya Tantra, तुलसी दलमात्रेण जलस्य चुलकेन वा विक्रीणिते स्वम् आत्मानं भक्तेभ्यो भक्तवत्सला. In this word, Lord says that just by offering a single tulsi leaf and handful of water of Ganga, I sold out myself to my devotees. Because nothing in this world which can repay the depth of devotees. So Lord says that I sell out myself. And remembering that every day without fail, Advaita Acharya, he started worshipping his Shalaka. Ye shlokartha Acharya karena vicharana Krishna ke tulasi jala de yeyi jana Tararuna shodite Krishna karena chintana Jala tulasi rasama kichu ghare nahi dhana. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Advaita Acharya considered the meaning of the verse in this way, not finding any way to repay the debt he owes to one who offers him a tulasi leaf and water. Lord Krishna thinks there is no wealth in my possession that is equal to a tulsi leaf and water. As Lord himself says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachya. Whoever offers it with a devotion, he says that Jala Tulasira Samakichu Ghare Nai Dhana. Nothing is equal to the wealth of that tulsi leaf and a handful of water. Tabya Atma Vechi Kare Rinera Shodhana Eta Bhavi Acharya Karen Aradhana. Thus the Lord liquidates the debt by offering himself to devotees. Considering in this way, the Acharya began worship the Lord. In that way, Lord was worshipped by Advaita Acharya by offering Tulasi leaf and Ganga Jal. And while offering that, he was calling upon the Lord. Advaita Hunkar, that's what Lord Gauranga says in Chaitanya Charitamrita. That he started roaring, and that roar that pierced the all seven layers in this material manifestation and crossed the Paramavyoma. And that reached to the Paramavyoma, where the Lord Gauranga Vishwambhar, who is a Leela Avatari, when he heard that, Yog Maya decided that now Advaita Acharya has called up, so now the time that Lord Gauranga has to appear. And she created the whole ambience so that Lord can appear. And by hearing that roar of Lord Advaita Acharya, Lord Gauranga, he appeared in Navadvip, who is Leela Sutradhari. And the day, the full moon day of Falgun, when Lord Chaitanya appeared in Navadvip, all the great Vaishnavas who were gathered at Advaita Acharya's house in Shantipur, like Haridas Thakur, Advaita Acharya, not Shivas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, and other great elderly Vaishnavas, all of a sudden their heart was filled with joy and they started jumping and dancing. And the people who were looking at them, they were not able to understand what's happening. And they kept dancing, smiling, and taking the opportunity of eclipse. Lord Advaita Acharya, he went to Ganges, took bath, and in mind itself, he offered charities to all the Brahmanas. And next day, he sends Sita Devi to Navadvip. And Mother Sita, she came along with wonderful garments, food stuff, and purifying elements. She brought all that things to Mother Sachi. And when she saw Nimai, because he was born under the neem tree, and as they say that neem tree, which takes away the inauspicious creatures like a ghost and hobgoblins. That's why generally they plant neem tree near the house so that they should not get all these negative energies. And he was born under that tree. By seeing the beauty of Lord Gauranga, Sita Devi, Sita Thakurani, she also understood that this child is none other than Krishna himself. And then Advaita Acharya and all other devotees, they came to see their lordship. And everyone came along with a bhaksha bhojo upahara samyala ila bahubhara sachigare ila upanita. देखिया बालक थाम साक्षात गोकुल काना varna matra dekhi viparita. They came along with all the eatable things and beautiful gifts for the child. And they saw that that's the same child who was born in Gokul has appeared here, but his varna is a viparita. He is having contrast color of his skin. Because Krishna, who was blackish, but he has come with the complexion of Gaura Varna. Since that day, Acharya, he started staying in his house at Navadvip. And every day evening, they used to have a Krishna Katha, Kirtan. Actually, not in the evening, but whole day used to go on at his place. And what's his name? Vishwarup, the elder brother of Lord Gauranga, who is none other than Balaram, he never used to go anywhere. He used to go to Advaita Acharya's place, and the whole day he used to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Advaita Acharya. And whenever food is ready, Mother Sachi used to tell Gauranga, Nimai, go and call your brother to eat. So whenever Nimai used to go there, in that assembly, everyone's heart used to get attracted to Nimai. All they were wondering, this is what Lord's Yogamaya potency. She always puts even devotees also in illusion. They were not able to understand who is he actually, why our heart is getting so attached to this Nimai. And then Nimai used to take Vishwambar and used to come back to house. So one day, as explained in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Advaita Acharya realized that he is none other than Sakshat Gokula Hari. He is Krishna himself. यही पुजार समय देव ध्यान करे तथा देखे ते चारी दिगे चरणेर तले. Those demigods that are meditated on the time of worship were all seen surrounding the lotus feet of the Lord. And then Advaita Acharya, when he realized that Lord Gauranga is none other than that same Krishna whom he called upon to save the living entities who are suffering in this age of Akali. Then he started offering prayers. And he said, Aji se safala mora dina prakash, Aji se safala haila yata bhilash, Aji mora janma karma sakala safala, Sakshate dekhilo na tora charana yugala, घोषे मंत्रचारी वेदे यारे नाही देके हेण तुम्ही मोरा लागे हईला प्रटके. In Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur is explaining Advaita Acharya. He started saying that today my life has become successful because I saw my beloved Lord. Today all my desires are fulfilled. Ajimora Janma Karma Sakala Safala. Everything has fulfilled in my life now. My birth, my activities, and everything has crowned with the success. Sakshate dekhilona toma charana yugal. I have directly seen your lotus feet, O my beloved Lord. Ghoshe mantra chari vede yare nahi deke, hena tumi mora lage haila prateke. In the four Vedas, his glories are described, but no one sees him. Yet, today I have seen him. He has appeared in front of me. And then he started worshipping the Lordship. In Chaitanya Bhagavat, the whole procedure has explained how Advaita Acharya he has worshipped Lord Gauranga. Prathame charana dhui suvasita jale sheshe gandhe paripurana pada padme dhule. So what he did first, he washed the lotus feet of the Lord with a fragrant water and then smeared them with a sandalwood paste. That is padyam. Whenever you call someone at your house, being a grasta, that's the way that you should greet him. So he first offered padyam, then chandane dubai dvija tulasi manjiri agreh sahita dila charane upari. Then he dipped the tulsi manjari into argha and offered it on the feet of the Lord. Gandha pushpa dhupa deepa pancha upachare puja kare prema jale vahe ashrudhare. Then he worshipped the Lord with the five ingredients like Gandha, Pushpa, Dhupa, and Deep. And how he was doing that? With a Ashru Purana Netre. His eyes was filled with the tears of ecstasy. Panchashika Jwali Puna Karena Vandana Sheshi Jaya Jaya Dhvani Karaye Khoshana. Then he offered a Pancharti, Mahaniranjanarti. And he did the Jaya Ghosh, all glories to Lord Gauranga. And while shedding the tears of love, he offered puja, lit Panchapradipa, offered arti, and he worshipped Lord Gauranga. And all he did, as per the explanations given in the Vedic literature. He has evidences for that. It's not that by his own way he has done. No. So this is what Gaudiya Sampradaya means. We have evidence for each and everything what we do. We don't do it as yatomat tatopat, by our own whims. We just follow the scripture, what they have said, and we do according to that. And Mahaprabhu asked him, now offer me prayers. Then he started offering prayers. In Chaitanya Bhagavat, it said, Jaya Jaya Sarva Prananath Vishwambhara Jaya Jaya Gaurachandra Karuna Sagara. Would you like to repeat? These are wonderful prayers. Because we don't know how to pray, so at least we can repeat the prayers. Jaya Jaya Sarva Prananath Vishwambhara Jaya Jaya Gaurachandra Karuna Sagara Jaya Jaya Gaurachandra Jaya Jaya Bhaktavancha Satyakari Jaya Jaya Bhaktavancha Satyakari Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Mahavatari Jaya Jaya Sindhu Suta Rupa Manohara Jaya Jaya Shri Vatsa Kaustubha Vibhushana Jaya Jaya Shri Vatsa Kaustubha Vibhushana Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna Mantrera Prakasha Jaya Jaya Nija Bhakti Grahana Vilasa Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Ananta Shayana Jaya Jaya Sarvaji Vera Sharana Jaya 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 Sarvaji Vera Sharana Jaya Jaya Sarva Prananath Vishwambara Jaya Jaya Gaurachandra Karuna Sagara He says that I offered my prayers to that Lord Gauranga who is the Prananath of everyone. And he is a Vishwambhar. Means who fills everyone's belly. That is Vishwambhar, who sustains everyone, who maintains everyone. And who is a Prananath of all the jivas. And then he says, Jaya Jaya Gaurachandra Karuna Sagar is the ocean of mercy. Jaya Jaya Bhakta Vachana Satya Kari. He is the one who what's the shloka for that? Anyway, if you remember. He who makes the words of his devotees true. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that. Arjuna, you tell that. Name Bhaktya Pranashya. Why? Because he said, I don't keep my promises. I always give them up. But if my devotee promises someone something, then I make sure that happens. Because he is Bhakta Vachana Satyakari. He makes sure that the words of his devotees gets true. As Prahlad said, yeah, my Lord is everywhere. He's there in this pillar, he's in this wall, he's in you, he's in me, he's everywhere. And just to testify that, Hiranyakashipu tried to smash on that pillar and Lord Narasimha to make words true of his devotees. When Krishna thinks that my devotee, he had made a promise, then I should fulfill it. That's why devotees, They don't bless anyone and they don't curse anyone. Because they know if they do that, then Lord has to do that. So they don't want to put Lord in the soup. Like there is one great sadhu in Vrindavan. So generally people they go and they ask, oh Maharaj, bless us, bless us. So he used to say, I'm not a qualified person to bless you. But I can pray for you. And that I have done early in the morning itself. Sarve sukhina bhavantu, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kasyit dukkham apneya. This is our great culture. We just don't pray for my own family, not for my only community or for my country, but we pray for sarve sukhina santu. Everyone, including my enemies. I pray for them. Because for us, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is like a one family. Not only human beings, even animals. So we don't slaughter anyone. What to speak of physical, even we try to don't offend even someone by our words. Because we know if we desire so, Lord will fulfill it. So we desire good for everyone. Because when my devotee has promised to make me appear, I must appear. If I won't appear, then the words of my devotees will pass. Then no one will be my devotees. That's the fear of the Lord. If I don't do what my devotee says, then no one will become my devotee. That's a nice story. In Udupi, if you have heard Kanaka Das, have you heard about Kanaka Das? He was a great poet. He wrote beautiful songs for the glorification of Udupi Krishna. And he has narrated wonderful pastimes of the Lord in his songs, actually. Before becoming a great poet, he was a great commander-in-chief of one of the king's army. So one day Lord appeared in his dream and said, Kanaka, just give up your life for me. Forget about everything. So in the dream itself, he replied to the Lordship, hey, I don't want to be your servant. If someone becomes your servant, you make them beggar. Huh? That's what said, no? Padashitanam samasta choram. Karoti bhiksham patigehi. If someone takes shelter at his lotus feet, what he does? He takes away everything from him and makes him a beggar on the street. So he said, I don't want to be beggar of yours. Forget. I don't want to be your servant. And it was like a early morning dream. So he woke up, he said, I have given a proper reply. So no need to bother. And the next day itself, there was a attack from the nearby kingdom. And there was a very furious war. And everyone from his side got chopped up. And he was brutally smashed. And it was like a half dead. He was lying on the mud which was created by the blood and everything there in that battlefield. So the enemy warriors or soldiers, they came and they were checking who is alive or who is dead. So they thought that he is dead, so they left him and all they went back. And at the midnight, as he was thirsty and little bit conscious, so he was like near, he was asking for water. So he saw that one small boy came with a kamandalu and he was giving him water. So he drank that. After drinking that water, he got some. He really came to his senses. And he saw that. Who was that? That was Udupi Krishna standing in front of him. And he said, for this is what you are living for. Why don't you give up all these things and come to me? He said, okay, but I need one promise from you. I said, okay, what do you want to say? He said, whenever I call you, you have to come. Then Lord said, are you going to be my devotee? Then If you call, I will come. That yes, from tomorrow I will be your knight. But he said, you only have told that if someone comes directly to you, you don't take them. Tell me who is my guru. So he said, go there. At that place, there is a Tyagaraj Tirtha. So you accept him as your spiritual master and take mantra from him. So next day, in that same condition, he got up after a few days when he was ready to walk and go anywhere. Then he started and he went to that place. And Vyasaraj Tirtha, he was building one temple for Lord on the hilltop. So he went and he asked, so Lord has sent me to you, so please accept me as your disciple and give me mantra. So he was knowing who is he. So he said, okay, Kona. So he went underneath the tree, he sat there and he started chanting Kona, 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 Kona. And a giant buffalo appeared in front of him. And that buffalo asked him, yes, my master, why you have called me up? I said, I never called you, but you were saying Kona, Kona. In Kannada, Kona means buffalo. So that was the buffalo of Yamaraj, a gigantic buffalo, because Kanaka is none other than the Yamaraj himself. So he appeared as a Kanaka. So that buffalo came and he said, yes, what can I do for you? He said, okay, go to my spiritual master. Because he has given me mantra and you have come, so he must be having some work with you. So go to him. So that buffalo came to Vyasatirtha and Vyasatirtha said, okay, uh, we have to carry these big boulders on the hilltop. So carry them. So that Yamaraja's buffalo was carrying all that boulders and they built that temple. Then Vyasaraj Tirtha was knowing that Kanaka has a power to call their lordship. So he was very attached to Kanaka. And he had many sannyas disciples also. So in Madhva Sampradaya, what they do, when they offer all the puja to their lordship, the first Mahaprasad goes to the highest devotee who is present there. They will offer first, as we do after offering the bhoga, we offer it to Guru Parampara. So same way, they used to offer someone who is rightly present there as a great devotee. So always he used to call Kanaka first. And Kanaka was from Kayastha family. He was not from Brahmin family. So all the other sannyasis and Brahmanas, they started feeling jealous about him. So just to bring them to their senses, once Vyasatirtha, he asked Kanaka, Kanaka, can you call their lordship tomorrow? We want to worship him in front of everyone. He said, yeah, I will call him. So next day, they were ready with all the Shodashopcharas to greet the Lord and worship him. So everyone was ready and whole day this were waiting, nothing has happened. And at the end, Vyasaraj Tirtha asked, what is this Kanaka? You put me down. Now everyone is laughing at me. He said, no. I called up Lord and he came and your disciples only, they chased him away from the door itself. It means what? How you have called him? Yeah, Lord came in the form of a dog and they never let him in. They chased him away. They thrown stone on him and they chased him away. Oh, he said. Early in the morning itself, when they were ready, one dog tried to enter and they just chased away the dog. And they said, why you have not pointed out? He said, I was just making sure that one, I got stoned because of him, so I wanted him also to get stoned. So actually once Padmavati Kalyanam was there in Tirupati, so that was the first time actually when Toradmal he built that temple. The first day of Kalyan, Toradmal told that one of my great devotees is going to come here. So greet him. So he will be like a guest of honor for this marriage. So all they were waiting for him. And here he called Kanaka. He said, Kanaka, come. I'm going to get married. He said, my lord, sir, Dwapara is over. Now Kali has started. Now who is there to, you're going to get married? He said, Padmavati is there. I'm going to get married with her. So you come. You are my guest of honor for my marriage. He said, okay, I will come. So Kanaka was very simple, one dhoti and one woolen blanket. Ghongdi, they make it out of lamb wool. So he was carrying that and one ek tara in his hand, which he used to carry while singing. So all they were waiting for him. They thought big devotee means really a big person. So he came and he saw that such a great arrangement they have made to greet someone. But nobody was knowing that he is that person. Because devotee never claims that he is a devotee. So he came and just by from the corner side he went and he was sitting there. The whole day they also waited and they went. Then they got done the whole ceremony. And it's like if you go to the Tirumala hills, even in the summer also, it becomes chilled at evenings. So as he was there, and that was actually early winters actually. So it was cold, literally, and he was staying whole day. He was not able to eat anything. So he was sleeping. So Lord came with his rabdi in golden pot, and he made him drink that. And after that, he put his own chadar on the Kanaka so he can take rest. And Lord left from there. Next day morning, when Pujari, he opened the door and he saw there is in Garbhagriha there is no milk pot and neither Lord's Uttari. So they started searching here and there. So all the soldiers, when they came across to him, they saw that one person is lying under the tree and there is a golden pot and chadar is there. So without asking anything, they started beating him. They started throwing stone at him. And when they brought him in front of the king, then Lord came in the form of a small child and he hugged him. And he said, this is the friend actually whom I called. So just to take revenge of that, he called Lord in the form of a dog. He said, what is this? Why you have done that? Then he said, okay, call him tomorrow. Then he said, okay, I will call him tomorrow. And the next day, he called their lordship in the form of Shesha. So they saw a gigantic snake entering into the matha. So all the other guys, they got scared and they left from there. And then Vyasa Tirtha, he worshipped him and offered everything. So this is what, when Lord thinks that my devotee has promised, then I will come. Like Prabhupada, when he went to Australia, the first deities, Gopinath, were installed there. How they got installed? There was a no Pran Pratishtha day or some Muhurta or something like, no. Prabhupada just brought the deities and he feathered them with a spoon, with the big serving spoon. He was pouring milk, all panchamrit on the Lord. And while going, he said, my Lord, I have called you here to take services from these mlechas who don't know anything. Make sure that they can worship you properly. And two of them are here now who are taking care of us. So this is what, when pure devotee, they desire, Lord appears anywhere. Bhakta Vachana Satyakari. Then he said, Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Mahavatari. You are the source of all avatars. Because he is a Krishna and Krishna is the source of avatars. Jaya Jaya Sindhu Suta Rupa Manorama. Sindhu Sita means Lakshmi Devi. So Lord Krishna appeared, but he came with the complexion of the Lakshmi Devi. And how you can know their lordship? He has two chinnas on his chest. One is Bhrugupad and second is Srivatsa. Is Srivatsa. There are so many forms of the Lord which are having 4 hands. But how you can differentiate Lord from them? Lord means who has Bhrugupad and Srivatsa on his chest with Kaustubhamani. Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna mantra prakashakari, who spoke the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That Mahaprabhu, let him be glorified. Jaya Jaya Nija Bhakti Grahana Vilas, who came to teach his own bhakti, let me be glorified. So, this song of glorification that he offered to their Lordship. And then, Lord Gauranga, when he got pleased with these prayers, he asked Advaita Acharya, now you can ask for who? I'm happy with you. Now you can ask. If that happens with you, what you will ask? We will be having an unending list. Huh? Like this. Huh? But what Advaita Acharya, he asked. In Chaitanya Bhagavad it is said, Advaita balaye yadi bhakti bilayi Bastri Shudra Diyata Murkhera Se Diva. Advaita Acharya said, all right, please grant me this boon. You should give bhakti to one and all. Stri, Shudras, and those who are most ignorant fools, and to those who are most degraded. Please give bhakti to one and all. Please give me this boon. So this is what the prayers, like what's his name, Prahlad Maharaj. When Lord asked him, ask something from me, he said, I am not a trader who has come to offer you something so that I can get something from you. He says that Shoche tato vimukha chetasa indriyata maya bharama udbhavato vimudha. How it starts? He says that, my Lord, Naivo Varatara Duratara Vaitaranya Swata Virya Gayana Mahamrata Magna Chetaha Soche Tato Vimudasa Indriyat. Oh my Lord, I don't want anything. Why? Because Tava Namagana. While glorifying your name, your form, your pastimes, Mugdha Chetaha. My mind is so much entangled in that. I'm not bothered about anything in this material world. But I really concern about those who are Vimukha Chetasa, who has turned their face from you. Vimhuda Indriyartha, for the sense gratification. I pray for them. Let them Sammukha, be Sammukha. They should turn around and they should look upon you. That's what devotees they ask for, And as he says that Lord is Karuna Sagar, he is the ocean of mercy. And he is the one who Bhakta Vachana Satyakari. He is the one who makes true the words of his own devotee. So to fulfill his promise to his devotees, he appears. And actually, we should be very grateful to Lord Advaita Acharya because of his cry, a loud cry, Lord Gauranga appeared. And because he appeared, what he has given? Lochandas Thakur says he has given that thing which has not given by any incarnations of the Lord. What he has given? Exactly. Because when he appeared as Lord Rama, appeared as Lord Krishna, what he did? He took away all the people who were with him back to Godhead. Like all the Ayodhya Vasis, they went back to Saket when Lord Ramchandra disappeared, when he culminates his mortal pastimes. Well, Lord Krishna, when he went back home, that time he also took all the Dwarka Vasi, Mathura Vasi, and Vrindavan Vasi back home, back to God. But when Mahaprabhu came, what he did? Has he killed anyone? He gave that which was not given by any other incarnation. That is his own love. Because he tasted himself and then he distributed that. And why that has happened? Because Lord Advaita, he called him. If he would have not called us, called Lord Gauranga, we would have not been here. We would have been somewhere else, in our old dungeon, somewhere rotting and crying, yelling. But we are here today, it's because of Advaita Acharya's mercy. So tomorrow we'll sing his glory. There is wonderful song written by Lochandas Thakur. And we'll sing that song tomorrow at 6 p.m. Srila Advaita Acharya Prabhupada ki, Shri Nitai Gaura Sundar ki. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.